I will kind of more moderate, because there's already so many people here, so I will moderate some kind of discussion, and then it will be open to your questions and answers. Maybe before moderating, I will just put a small picture so we can all focus on something. And the picture is actually made of 3 different symbols. And I hope it will help or focus some of the questions we are raising. Okay, I think I need red. Okay.
And we have to guess.
It's a square, a circle, and a triangle. Okay. The square means some movement from something which is unmeasurable to measurable. Because in essence, research tries to measure something or prove from unproven to proven. And that's the essence, in a sense, of research. So it holds within it a lot of proposition. The square one means who you want to influence. And I think, Ariane, you put it quite well. I mean, you can influence your own patients or your clinic. You can influence the general public. Or actually, there is another kind of round here. Or you can influence the scientific community. Each one is addressed differently, with different methodologies. And the triangle one is actually the way the hierarchy of methodology is put in Western thinking, which starts...
My aim to do research is less philosophical and more practical. For me, the aim is to make acupuncture available for the vast majority of the inhabitants, and it's not now. And if all people in the country could use acupuncture, it has to be included in the common healthcare system. And to make acupuncture accepted in the common healthcare system, we need to evidence-base it. And research is about pleasing others, to give them what they need to say yes.
I would just want to respond to the paradigm question. Actually, this has been undertaken by a group from the Society for Acupuncture Research in the States, and there's an article, one of the, perhaps Steve, you know the other author in the article, but Rosa Schneier, and it's called Manualization of Acupuncture for Research. And within that, they talk about what is the paradigm from which you're constructing this study, and you must name it, delineate it, so that when your research is done, and here is your result, someone else can take this same work and repeat it. This is the standard. It's not every acupuncture study needs to settle the question about how much paradigm is it crossing over, just what is the paradigm that you're coming from, and so that this research then can be published and be repeated somewhere else. I take issue with the notion that there are things that we need to drop from our paradigm in order to be successful in medicine. This is a slippery slope.
I would like to bring this thing about research a bit down to earth, because we can all do research, and we should that we come maybe from different paradigms, and we should not consider the medical world as our enemy. We can learn a lot from it. For example, from all the studies, all research made by general practitioners. It's the same kind of research that we as practitioners can do. We can settle up small groups, we can supervise each other, we can bring difficult cases, we can discuss, I failed in that, can you help me see how I failed, what could I have done better? And things like that. You can use video to videotape consultation, and then you could bring it to your colleagues and say, well, let's discuss what I did. Do you think I did the right thing, or should I have done otherwise, and so on. That's research too.
Yeah, unfortunately, in systematic reviews and meta-analyses, the ones that I've seen on acupuncture, they've only included randomized controlled clinical trials, and they especially pay attention whenever there's a sham acupuncture arm. That out-trumps acupuncture compared to physiotherapy type studies. and also the interpretation of what constitutes acupuncture, the interpretation of what constitutes a valid sham, they utterly and totally ignore this question.